he's working on 60%, 50%.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? KCE, King Chaka.
This
Well,
one.
let me, one last comment, because most people who are delusional don't know that they're deluded.
And I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I mean, it's tough, bro.
It says, Jordan, one of the things I always appreciate about status quo reporting, whether you agree or not, is you can see how desperate people are in this country to put a belief in a leader and nothing changes. Um, let's read some more. It says, these are conversations that we need to be having. The divisions across party lines is reducing politics into my side good, your side bad. It says, great job on breaking through that. Another comment, it says, I'm
Mm.
talking louder than you, therefore I'm right. Another comment, it says, I love Status Quo and the work they do. Jordan is great doing this on the ground. Reporting is so important. Thank you so much, Status Quo. I think you guys do some of the best reporting, period. Closet Communist. It says, and by the 1031 FBI document that came out today, he means the FD 1023 that came out and was dismissed for lack of substantiation in 2020. Let's see. Look, this one right here says the only reason it's criminal is because they decided to prosecute. So that was a comment that the guy made. Said the only reason it's criminal is because they decided to prosecute. Like that is oxymoronic comment to make. Like it's they decided to prosecute because it's criminal. You know what I mean? It's a crime that was broken. That's the reason why they decided to prosecute. You know,
But that's but see, but the way he's saying it is like, okay, the way that they're handling, especially the way they've been handling Trump, is like, okay, there's really no evidence, but because they decided to uh you know push the issue on whatever it is he's doing now, now it's criminal, because that's they wanted to indict him and this, that, and the other. Otherwise, there was no evidence to do it, but because they decided to do it, now he's criminal. Like it's insane. Like, I mean, when you really
well,
get to the
the reason why they're prosecuting him is because they have evidence to prosecute him. They have
no, they
evidence that he
don't.
committed a crime.
No, they don't. It's gonna be another case of just like every other thing that they've indicted him on or impeached him about. There is nothing. It's gonna be another case of the very same thing. And like the whole idea that like he was a president that declassified those things, and like you really like the Presidential Records Act, like they don't even want to talk about that part, because it would be no case other than the fact that they're just trying to throw things up in the air, really just to kind of, I guess, make people, they want people to believe that he's so bad, but there's no proof. Like, if people just read, like, try to understand instead of just listening to what these people are saying, like the records that he had, files that he had, like there's people like everybody does it. Like and then there's a case that goes back to the Clintons, to Bill Clinton when he was in office, and somebody said something, like they just like, it was some neglect, but it was, whatever. There's no reason to really, there's nothing here, whatever. It's the exact same thing, but it's not Clinton or Biden or whatever. It's Trump. So, like, there is not anything that, like, there is, it's smoke and mirrors. There's nothing there.
Let me read this comment. It says, if you steal some candy at the corner store, the action is criminal, even if you are never caught or prosecuted.
And I think that's what's going on with Biden. But I mean, he's doing things that's very criminal, but nobody's gonna do anything to him because he's protected. An overboss almost. Like he's, you know what I'm saying? Like he's untouchable. And maybe there's so many people that's complicit with some of the things that he's done to where they're gonna protect him because it would imply themselves. But Trump, not being a politician and hadn't been in all these things all these years, really makes him the cleanest one. And like they don't have any, like it's nothing to. If he did anything dirty, it was within a business deal or something that was, you can't really just say it's criminal. It was like commercial crap, stuff. So people really think that he did something wrong just because they said he did something wrong. Just because he's getting indicted for the fifth time or however many times that it's been, like, does not mean that, oh, they finally got him. No, it's just another case of them trying to, like throw him off of his mark or trying to make the people feel like he did something wrong, because the people still believe like he's just such a horrible person and he's done all these things, but there's no proof of it nowhere.
They got pictures of him with classified documents stacked up in his bathroom after he left office.
Yes, and all the presidents have these files that they keep after they leave office. These are files that they had when they were the president.
But you can't. That's property of the United States. You can't take that with you. It doesn't matter if you was a president or not. You can't take that out.
That's not true.
It's classified information.
It's not true, and he can declassify, and he did declassify any of those things that he want. Like he had the same. They have the same powers when they're president, like at their own discretion. So how can they say that he did not choose to declassify these things that he had? Like, oh my goodness, I don't see how people just like they're not seeing it, bro. Like I don't see how you're not seeing it, because it's like we read it in the last week. Oh, the law behind declassifying the information, and it said it very clearly. It was totally up to the president to do. So him taking these things home with him, and like, because I mean, and some of these things are just like these are files that existed during his time in office, and who else is supposed to get these files? Where's it supposed to go? Like,
it's supposed to stay stored and locked and protected.
But it's not. They're saying is classified, but he was the president. He declassified them. What's so hard to understand that they're not classified files anymore because he declassified them?
Because he did it.
But he did. Bro, it's smoke and mirrors. There's nothing there again. I mean, y'all will see. All right. I mean, like out of everything that has happened with this, that's dealing with Trump, like, we got him now. Shoot, they done arrested him, and this, bro. It's nothing there. And one of the main reasons is, like, if Trump gets in office, they know they going down for real, because there is actual proof against them. Like, that's one of the main reasons to keep him out of office, is because, like, they've done so much to him to where he's going to retaliate when he's got power again.
So let's say evidence, they're doing a trial. He's been indicted. Let's say evidence is presented that shows that, Trump broke the law, you know, related to these classified documents.
Okay. So let's just well, I'll go along with you. Now what?
Um,
Like, what's so hard to understand that he was president for 4 years, and that any documents that he had that he want, like, there's a whole Presidential Records Act that protects him on any of the things that he has as files.
he's not.
What?
No
How
matter who
how
you
does?
are, you can't leave with those documents. It doesn't matter who
Yes,
you are.
you. Every one of the presidents have already, like, bro. Did you not just hear me tell you about, like Clinton, like this probably happened forever, for centuries already, of presidents having documents and this and that and the other that they take with them, but because they want to make this dude look so bad, they created another spectacle, like
I,
another propaganda campaign to make this dude look like he's incompetent, when they really know exactly what they're doing. They know that they can fool the people, because the people don't really understand law, or how the law works to begin with, and that, okay, he had the same power that every other president has had, but they didn't do anything to any of them when they leave with records. There's vice presidents that leave with records, and they're not doing anything to them, and they don't even have the power to declassify.
when you're president, you're given access to these documents. You're not given ownership of them, and you're not
Okay,
given
but
the opportunity to take them home.
listen. What is happening to Joe Biden? And he had, let's just say, he's vice president. He doesn't have access to declassify, but he still has stuff at his his home office, and it was some other library or something that he had things in that he doesn't have the power to declassify, that other people that could have, like, used this information that's supposed to be classified stuff, like, open and available for somebody else to see.
That's what.
Trump didn't do
That's
Trump didn't do that. Trump stuff was in his private library in his home, and they had to break into his safe and all these other things to get to this stuff. Like, they went and raided his home, where and his home is protected, like, has, certain things. These things that Biden had was not protected. The cleaning staff found classified documents. It's not registering to you, is it? Because you don't see Biden as a criminal, but he's the one who's done wrong. He was a vice president. He didn't have the same powers that Trump had. What, like, how is this getting, like, how are people ignoring that? Like, how do you not understand?
well. They indicted Trump. They
Yes,
haven't
exactly.
indicted Biden.